This is content intended for adults, not for puppies. I gingerly opened the door and used my paw to mute the cafe's door chime, in an effort not to attract attention to myself. Don't want folks looking my way and noticing there's unsupervised merchandise. I delicately shut and locked the door behind me. The dining room is dark and jam-packed full of our inventory. They didn't waste a single square inch, did they? Guess when you double your dining space as a temporary storage room, you really take advantage of that situation, don't? Sorry, I had to take a break because I was flabbergasted. Okay, let's see what this scene is. Let's see where this scene goes. Let's see how long this scene lasts. ... Pat, I can hear his voice coming from the kitchen. I gingerly navigate through the dark room, careful to not make a sound. Knowing him, I have a feeling like I know what he's up to. Based on what I can hear, Pat's up to no good. I stop in my tracks. What do I even do here? Do I confront them? Do I turn around and pretend this didn't happen? Do I tell someone? Okay, if they don't know you're here, you leave and pretend like it didn't happen. And you go to Dave and you're like, I don't know where Pat is. I couldn't find him. I couldn't find where Pat is. Right? If they don't know you're here, you just leave. You just, right? You cast Dimension Door, right? You cast Dimension Door and you leave. Do I tell someone? Or do I take a peek? I'm feeling overwhelmed. There are certainly right and wrong choices here, but the wrong choice is the most tantalizing by far.
Oh, God. I miss this, Mom.
My heart leaps out of my chest as I continue to listen. I feel my legs carrying me towards the source of that delicious dirty talk. I marched one quiet and deliberate step at a time, as if I had no agency over this decision. He's all under control. I approach the window that divides the dining room with the kitchen and slowly peer over the edge. We're skipping spicy scene. We're skipping spicy scene. Purely because I don't like Skizzy. I don't like Skizzy. Skizzy's annoying. I don't like Skizzy's vibe, okay? I don't like Skizzy's vibe. We're skipping spicy scene. I don't like Skizzy. What I saw over that edge filled me with a turbulent mix of arousal and fear. Skizzy was on his knees as Pat gave him a generous deposit into his maw. Couldn't tear my gaze away. It was an incredible show. I decided it's a good time to dip out of view but continue listening. The couple's moans and slurps get progressively quieter as they wind down.
Oh, fuck, dude. Thanks for that. Can't think of a better way to detense before a show.
I can hear Skizzy panting.
You should be doing this more often.
I mean, maybe. You know how Daryl is. What, is he your dad now or something? There was a tense moment of silence. Sorry, that was fucking dumb of me. It's fine. The collie sighed, followed by a short pause. He's one of my best friends. I start to hear the rattling of a bell. Ah, shit, I got a text from Dave. He's looking for me. Shit, I gotta hide, scream, or something. I'm riding this pathway back out of the front of house. I start to make my retreat, swiftly, but quietly stepping away from the window. Ow. Mother hecker. I slam my foot right into a heavy box full of something. Whatever it is, it's metallic and very loud. He's not a very sneaky and cunning fox, is he? The collision brought me to my knees. I rolled over onto my hind to attend to my injured foot. Okay, he's... I think the implication, I think the narrative implication of this line, I think the allusion, I think the allegory, I think the analogy here is that he's doing the Peter Griffin pose. I think Eddy Cameron chord progressions, he's doing the Peter Griffin pose. ... Oh god, they heard that, didn't they? I listen closely, but don't hear a sound from either of them. Someone there? He breaks the silence by yelling out. I remain mute and still. He opens the door, dividing the kitchen and cafe, and spots me immediately. Eddy? I just freeze. I'm not able to respond. Eddy, how long have you been there? And the look on his face is of genuine horror. After an agonizing pause, I'm able to muster out an answer. Long enough. He lets out a panicked groan. Dude, just, Pat, the awkwardness of Eddy describing what he just saw, the threat of doing so, like the fear of the sheer tsunami of awkwardness that would arise out of trying to do such a thing is more than enough of a deterrent for Eddy to never speak about this ever. I assure you, Pat. Dude, just, a million thoughts are seemingly racing through his head. I've never seen him in such a panicked state before. Oddly enough, this isn't the kind of reaction I would have expected from him in a situation like this. Knowing Pat, I'd expect him to make some snide comment about me enjoying the show, or ask me to join in for round 2. Look, can you please not tell anyone about this? He walks to me and extends a paw, offering me leverage to stand. I take his paw and ascend. Are you sure you want to do that? Upon standing, I feel a quick, sharp pain in my foot that slowly dies down to a dull ache. You can talk to Cliff about this, but no one else, okay? Not April, not Dave, and definitely not Daryl or Chester. Part of me wants to scold him, wants to shout, well, you should have thought about that before you went and face-fucked your ex-coworker. But I can't help but pity him when I look into his eyes. After all, would I have shown any more restraint in his shoes? I don't want to hurt him. In the short time I've known him, this dog has made me experience the full breadth of sapient emotions. That's a way of putting it. He's a knucklehead, a hornball, a pest. A tenacious sex pest. Even a full-blown menace at times. But he's also kind, considerate, and helpful. I can't stand to see him like this. Aw. I nod. Okay, only Cliff, no one else. He immediately lurches forward and gives me a squeezing hug. He buries his face in my shoulder while breathing erratically and heavily. I reciprocate, wrapping my arms around him, but with much less constriction. Thank you. His voice is muffled as he speaks into my shirt. Aw. He takes one last breath and steps away. His eyes are dry. He lets out a long exhale before speaking up again. I'm, gonna find Dave. I just nod in response. He weaves around me and makes a speedy exit. I just stand there for a moment and soak in everything that just happened.
New guy, you there?
Yeah. Cool, mind, giving me some help? I'm not decent right now, just a heads up. Yeah, I know. Giving him some help? What does he need help with? Help with what? Help with what? Cool, mind giving me some help. What do you mean? What did you do? What did you do? Skip Swayze. I found Skizzy in the kitchen, still only wearing his jock strap. Pat left a mess on his small chin, neck, and chest. Huh. He couldn't find anything to clean himself with, so I supplied him with some kitchen rags. Yucky. It was hard to look away at the hot bear practically bathing himself in front of me. Didn't take long for Skizzy to notice. He put his paw on me and propositioned me. He asked if I wanted what Pat was having. I wanted to so bad, but all I could think about is how disappointed Chester would be. All I want is for him to see me as a good worker, as a good asset to his team, as a good person. I couldn't. I pushed him aside, apologized, and swiftly exited the kitchen. That was a lot, okay? That was a lot. I hastily slip out the back door, my heart's pounding wildly. I frankly search around, hoping a crowd isn't formed behind the shop. Luckily, there wasn't. To my right, I can only spot the Libra Zebra couple and a few folks from their entourage. They're smoking and chatting outside the backstage, like... Okay, the timeline... Okay, so the timeline where Eddy's like, oh yeah, Skizzy, I've been needing this, you do your thing. Right, like, someone's gonna be like, oh, where's Eddy? Has anyone seen Eddy? You, go get Eddy. Right, then they're gonna go look for Eddy. Right, and then the same scene happens, just with a different character, and we keep iterating infinitely. Right, every character in Chord Progressions. And they're like, oh, where'd this character go, right? And then they go looking for that character, right? And they stumble upon the last character, right? You get it. They're smoking and chatting outside the backstage door, which is situated several yards away. They don't notice me. I collapse to the ground with my back to the wall while I try to regain control of my breathing and racing heart. It's not comfortable, but I'm finding myself relief as the cold brick wicks away the heat from my body, allowing me to literally chill. I rehearse Cliff's grounding technique and find myself regaining composure in no time. Pat really did that. I almost did that. Truth be told, if I didn't have the sense to remove myself from that room as quickly as I did, who knows how much longer I would have lasted until I gave into the temptation. Huh. Why is Eddy's very easily excitable. He's very easily excitable, I must say. Eddy's very easily excitable. He's a very easily excitable person. God, if I were as pent up as I was yesterday, who knows what trouble I'd get into. The more I reflect on what just happened, the more sour the taste in my mouth becomes. While I certainly enjoyed feeling desired in that moment, I'm not happy with the way Skizzy propositioned me. It makes me feel icky. The way he flirted with me makes me feel more like a hunk of meat than a person. Huh. Plus, he didn't ask to touch me. Not that I disliked his touch. As a matter of fact, I found it incredibly arousing. Despite that, I detest that I wasn't offered the courtesy of being asked. Huh. Weird as shit scene. It's red flag after red flag, huh? No wonder Dave protested this guy working with us tonight. Okay, so I'm justified, right? It turns out Skizzy doesn't have any right? He doesn't have any sympathetic qualities. He's just worst boy, right? He's just worst boy, apparently. Right. Maybe in 2029, right? Maybe 2029 we'll get more context behind Skizzy, and he will be a sympathetic character, right? Maybe in 2029 we'll get more context behind Skizzy and find out that he is a sympathetic character after all. Just then my phone buzzes, a text from Moria. Hey, best drop me off. I'm walking towards Chronicles. Hope I'm not late. No, you're fine. We should be starting soon. I'll come meet you. See ya. With a deep breath, I pick myself up. I circle outside of the building to find Moria. Eddy, lock in. The crowd in front of the parking lot is starting to grow. Most of them are just chatting or smoking by their cars. It doesn't take me long to find my fox. I give her a wave.
Hey.
Cool shirt. I'm so excited, I can't wait to see. She stops herself and gives me a concerned look. Are you okay? Eddy needs to stop, right? How does Eddy just keep stepping on rakes? He keeps stepping on rakes, right? Eddy's doing good, he's doing fine, right? He's getting everything done, but then he just can't help himself, right? He can't help himself but just like stumble into a yard and just like step on a bunch of rakes one after the other. It's like, Eddy, slow down, right? Like, I don't know what you're doing, Eddy. I don't know how you keep managing to get yourself into these like stressful situations, but at some point you have to stop stepping on the rakes, Eddy. You have to stop stepping on them. right? You have to pay attention to where you're walking, Eddy. You have to recognize the danger of stepping on a rake, and you have to avoid it. You have to avoid the danger, Eddy. Yeah, fine. Let's go inside. I turn to start walking towards the door, but before I can take my first step, she grabs my paw. She stays completely inert, not letting me advance further. Oh, they're doing the thing, right? Because they're like, no more secrets, no more what ifs. We're gonna share all our pain and all our turmoil and our stress with each other, so that we don't so that we don't spiral anymore. Eddy, remembered what we talked about on Thursday? Shit, I can see the stress written all. She can see the stress written all over my face, can't she? I'll tell you later. I attempt to escape again. Her grip doesn't relent. No, we're not doing that again. I can tell something's bothering you. In all honesty, several things are bothering me. Skizzy, Pat risking his entire livelihood, the phone call to Chester's office. I could use this to my advantage. I don't have to reveal everything at once to quell their concern. Eddy, why are you being sneaky? This is your best friend. This is your best friend, Moria. You have to tell her everything. You have to tell Moria everything. No more what ifs, Eddy. This is your ride or die, Eddy. No more what ifs. I won't be lying to her. I'll just be omitting some information. No, Eddy, you committed. You hard committed. Right? You were at a really low, Eddy. You were at a really low. Then your ride or die Moria came and she brought you back up, right? Right? She pulled you out of the ashes, Eddy. Right? You can't keep secrets, right? You can't tell half truths, Eddy. I'll just be omitting some information. I don't think I can reveal Powder Chester's situations. I love her to death, but keeping this secret is lost art for Moria. Yeah, maybe don't tell her about that. I guess that narrows it down to one choice. Okay, something that just happened. I speak with a hushed tone. So Chester contracted this guy to be security for tonight. I never met him before. She nods, I have her full attention. And he's really hot and stuff. She smiles. Oh? But he just propositioned me. Such a specific word he keeps using. He just propositioned me, if you catch my drift. Oh my, are you nervous or something? He wanted to do it here in the cafe kitchen. Her expression immediately grows concerned. Like right now, while you're working? I nod. Did you? I shake my head. No, I'm not about to risk my job for something like that. Well, maybe you can do something later. I don't think I want to do anything at all. That guy's weird as shit, Moria. I don't like that guy. The way he asked me, I didn't like it. The look on her face became grim. Wait, did he do anything to you without consent? Yes. That's the truth, but I don't think I want to tell her the truth right now. He'd open a can of worms I'd never be able to close. She'd tell April, April would tell Chester, and him being privy to this whole thing may expose Pat. He asked. I said it was okay. And then what? And then I changed my mind and left. So you gave him permission to touch you, but you decided to stop? No. Yeah. This is some fucking Samuel Ayers ass dialogue. Yeah. Did you respect that? I just apologized and walked away. She was silent for a moment. She looked more perplexed than worried right now. It's not a very consistent story, is it? I just hope she buys it. She spreads her arm out to gesture for a hug. I oblige. We embrace for a short moment before she pulls back.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I know how badly you want to date and fool around. Seems like a very rotten opportunity. But I'm proud you didn't risk your job for a few minutes of fun. Thanks, I'm happy with my decision too. The last thing I want to do is disappoint Chester. He'd fire you on the spot, wouldn't he? You'd have bigger things to worry about than disappointing him. Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. Anyway, show's starting soon. Let's go buy you a ticket. Trent should be on any minute. Oh, yes, can't wait to see him play. We walk over to the building's front door. That conversation went well, all things considered. Only had to lie to her a little. We entered the front door to find Chester sitting on a stool with a table next to him. Atop the table is a card reader, cash box, and other materials needed for show night. Nobody's in line, so we're able to approach him right away. He sees us and smiles.
Hi, Chester. Good to see you. I'm much less drunk this time.
Poggers. He snickers. Oh, that didn't bother me in the slightest. I really enjoyed our conversation last night. It's good to see you too. So, what can I help you kids with? Just one ticket, please. Absolutely. That'll be $15. She pulls out her wallet case and gives Chester a couple of bills. Thank you. Your paw, please? My paw? Gotta give you a stamp. If you leave and want to come back, the stamp proves you paid. Oh, neat. She presents her paw. Chester dips the stamp in ink and presses it firmly into her fur and the space between her knuckles and wrist. So, like, the back of her hand. Oh, and guys, we almost missed the bonus text. The ink left on her fur is in the shape of a stylized letter C with a circle around it. The ink seemingly dries instantly. Just FYI, when you go see any of April's other shows, most venues will do the same thing. Good to know. This is my first concert, so I don't know stuff like this. Really? Yeah, loud music's just overwhelming sometimes. But April gave me these. Out of her pocket, she pulls out 2 earplugs made of squishy foam material. That is a thing sometimes, though. Like, sometimes you go to places where they're playing, like, music so loud that you can, like, fully cover your ears and you can, like, still hear it perfectly. It's like comically loud. Eldritchly loud music. They're made of squishy foam material. I'm not really referring to concerts as much as I am just, like, friends' houses where they play the music really loud sometimes. It's like... It's a really small room. I don't think... Smart girl. No tinnitus? For some reason I thought it was called tinnitus or something. Tinnitus. For you. That's the hope. Well, I feel honored that Chronicles will be your first concert venue. Hope you have a great time. Tinnitus is a weird thing. Because sometimes I get tinnitus, but it's like... It'll happen in, like, weird situations. Like if I hear, like, someone, like, say my name whenever I'm distracted by something else, like, sometimes I'll, like, trigger the tinnitus. But whenever that happens, my ear also twitches sometimes. I don't know, it's kind of weird. So, like, I'll hear my name being called while I'm distracted doing something else, and that'll, like, make my ear start ringing, like, after my ear twitches. Well, I feel honored that Chronicles will be your first concert venue. Hope you have a great time. I will, thanks. But it's almost like when I'm expecting my name to be called. It's a weird thing. I don't really know how to describe it. I will, thanks. She glances into the crowd and waves to a familiar face. She turns to me. Oh, I see Daryl over there. Let's go say hi. You go. I'll catch up in a minute. She nods and takes off. So, where do you need me? Anyway, you're visible, bud. I've been telling people to look for green shirts if they need anything. Oh, is that why they're comically bright green? They're comically bright green to be more receptive to, like, the audience and customers. That makes sense. They're still egregiously green, though. They're still egregiously green. Huh. They're egregiously green shirts. Every once in a while, maybe check backstage or outside to make sure there's no mischief going on. More mischief has already happened than you realize. Yes, sir. Also, he leans forward and gestures with his paw for me to get close so we can whisper. I oblige. Just check on Tyler once or twice. I'm not worried about him taking anything, but I just want to make sure he's not on his phone the whole time. I nod. Great, you're doing awesome, bud. So I guess that means tonight Eddy will, like, end up confronting Skizzy, or possibly reconciling in some way. Huh. After that incident earlier. He jostles the fur atop my head with his paw. I wasn't expecting this small token of approval, but I must admit, I really liked it. So much so, my heart skipped a beat. I really liked it. In a friendly... In a friendly platonic way, right, Eddy? In a friendly platonic way, right? This is like your boss. He called you and Moria kids, you know. This is like a fatherly figure. Surely you meant so in a platonic sense, Eddy. All right, go have fun. If you see something, come find me. Yes, sir. I walk off towards Moria and Daryl. They're already in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah, I just felt this spark, you know? It was like...
What's his necklace? Is that like a dog tag? But it looks like it has like a symmetrical symbol on it. Huh. He notices me approach. If I do the Daryl route, right? If I do the Daryl route, can I figure out whatever the heck this is? This, like, dog tag type thing is? Why is everybody wearing wristbands? What's the deal with the wristbands? What's the deal with the wristbands? He noticed me approach.
Oh, hey again.
Hey, Trent's starting soon? Yep, should be in a couple minutes. Want to get closer to the stage? You can if you want. I need to stay back here where it's less crowded. Gotta stay visible. Gotcha, we can hang back here then. Just then, the lights in the front of house dim. We all direct our attention to the stage. The stage. Dave comes out from behind the curtain and approaches the microphone.
Good evening, folks. Some of y'all know me, and some of y'all don't. My name is Dave, and I'm the co-owner of this venue.
Thank you. I'll be your master of ceremonies and sound tech for tonight. Before we get started, just want to remind everyone that while we're here to have fun, make sure you're minding your manners and keep your paws to yourselves. If you need anything, you can talk to any fella you see wearing a green shirt that says staff on the back. Alrighty, with that out of the way, who's ready for a fun show night? There's some jeers and hollers from the audience. That's what I like to hear. We got a great variety show for y'all. We're kicking things off with Trent Cornell Chord Progressions. He'll be performing his original compositions on piano. Please give him a warm welcome, everyone. The crowd claps, this time a little bit more enthusiastically. Guys, this is so exciting. We finally get the show night. I feel like this is like the end of like season 1 of Chord Progressions, you know? Like if Chord Progressions was like a TV show, this like show night would be like the end of like season 1. Out of curiosity, I scanned the area to see if I can spot any of Trent's family. I remember him saying they're all white deer. Wouldn't be hard to spot one. I don't see any though. The deer steps to the front of the stage from behind the curtain. He gives the crowd a smile and a bow. Woohoo, attaboy. Daryl shots from behind me. Trent notices and gives the lion a smile.
Hello, everyone. This piece is titled Eine kleine Fantasie. It's an original composition by me.
Ein klein. I feel like I've heard ein klein before. Ein klein. What does ein klein mean? Guys, we're looking up what ein klein means. I recognize the term ein klein, and I wonder why. And it's gonna bug me if I don't figure out what it is. Ein klein. Well, ein klein not music is a composition by Mozart. Maybe that's where I recognize it from. Meaning. Ein klein meaning. Ein klein is a... Ein klein means something small. Okay, so... Ein klein fantasy, I guess it just means like my small fantasy. It's an original composition by me. He turns and takes a seat on the bench. He sits atop the bench and gently grazes the tips of his digits across the keys. Stop saying digits. Then he plays. It's another gratifying and gorgeous piece, not unlike the one he played on Tuesday. I can't help but to feel moved in several ways. The piece leaves a lot of breathing room in between different passages and phrases. It gives me time to contemplate the kinds of thoughts and feelings he is expressing through the music. Right here, I'm going to try and listen. Fucked up little song you wrote. Fucked up little song you wrote. I don't know. This is a fucked up little song. It's a rewarding exercise in patience. I'm finding myself enjoying the experience. I don't know how he does it. He can generate a turbulent mix of emotions within me with one instrument alone. I glance over to Daryl. He's captivated as well. I see nothing but admiration and adoration in his eyes. It's cute how enamored he is with the deer after only knowing him for a few days. Truth be told, it's very cute. I glance to Moria, who's captivated as well. She's swaying in place to the music. Attention reader, continue forward to the end of the song. Otherwise, the song will stop playing once it's finished. I guess we'll keep listening. I guess we'll keep listening. I wonder how long this is. This reminds me of the scene in chapter 4 where you can just listen to like Chris play the piano for 9 minutes straight. Is there a reason Trent's little fantasy is so downtrodden? Minecline. Is it done? Is it over? Huh. That was an interesting song. That was an interesting song. Huh. There's a lot more. I don't know music. I don't know music terms. That was interesting. That was an interesting composition. Huh. Like, I think Trent did a good job. Right. I think Trent's very good at piano, but also, what the fuck was that, right? Like, not as in it was bad, but like, what I don't like it was good. What Trent did was good, but like, is that what? It's like, huh? You know what? I don't get it, right? I don't get it, and that doesn't mean the song isn't good. That just means I'm too stupid to understand it, right? Right. That piano composition, not for me necessarily. Right? That piano composition, not for me. However, right? Piano composition, not for me. However, it doesn't mean it's not good. It just means I don't understand it, right? Right, I don't like pineapple pizza, but that doesn't mean pineapple pizza is an unholy, ungodly sin. I mean, it does mean that. Bad example. But, you know, it's just that I don't like it, right? Okay, I don't not like Trent's song. It's just it's not what I was expecting, I guess. Right? Right, I came in expecting like Moonlight Sonata or some shit, right? I came in expecting Moonlight Sonata, that he gave me some he gave me some fucked up Mozart shit that I wasn't expecting. And like, right, I was expecting Beethoven, he gave me Mozart, and it threw me off. That's cool. The audience erupted in applause. I'm seeing a lot of surprised faces in the crowd. Daryl can't... I feel like I need to hear it again.
Hello, everyone.
I feel like I need to hear the song again. I felt like I'm going to listen to the song again. I don't know if I'm going to leave this in the video, but we're listening to the song again. I feel like I missed something. So this is like a cute little like intro. Like it sounds like sad. It sounds upset. Right? Right, like, but then it has these like sweeter notes to it. Has these more like positive notes. Guys, I don't know what minor and major mean, so instead I'm going to use the term positive and negative. I don't know what a major and a minor is. Like, it just feels so inherently like juxtaposed within itself. This is Trent's little fantasy? Einklein fantasy? What about this is his fantasy? This just sounds like sad. Like, it's a bit more positive, a bit more like energetic. Right, like this sounds like Bohemian Rhapsody. Like, you know, the let 'em go. That's what this sounds like. Right, this sounds like Trent's soul is in like purgatory. Like, it's so, like, I don't want to say discordant, but, like, you know, it's, like, tugging on itself. It's tugging against itself. Like, it's beautiful, but, like, beautiful in the same way that, like, it's beautiful, but beautiful in the same way that, like, the rain is beautiful, you know? It's beautiful, but in the same way that, like, a, like, cold, like, rainy day is beautiful, you know? Like, it's beautiful in its own, like, cold, like, dark way, but, like, what the fuck was that shit? I don't know. he wrote that himself. That's an original composition by Trent. That's like the essence of Trent's heart right there. Like, my little fantasy, Einklein fantasy. Huh. That's like... Huh. It sounds like seasonal depression. Right? That song sounds like seasonal depression. That song like sounds like a bipolar disorder or something. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty cool. I like it, I guess. Like, I like it. In its own special way, right? In its own special way, I like the song. But that's like... I feel like... I don't... You know what? Good job. Good job, friend. Woo! Yay! Dude, that was sick. That was awesome. Daryl can't contain himself. He's hooping and jumping, hoping to get Trent's attention. Moria's feeding off his energy and excitedly cheering as well. Without another word to the crowd, Trent transitions to his next couple of pieces, each one evoking a different concoction of emotions. Huh. It's amazing how one instrument can develop such a unique and gratifying listening experience. After his final song, Trent ascends from his bench and bows to the audience once more. The crowd is loving him. I wasn't expecting him to get so much praise considering how unlike he is from the rest of the acts. He doesn't speak. He just puts on a wide smile for everyone, then exits backstage.
Oh my gosh, he was fantastic.
Thank you, Mario. Very cool. He's really talented, isn't he? Daryl can't hide his admiration. April, Dave, and Vin emerged on stage and began their work removing the piano and setting up for the next act. Who's on next? Libra Zebra, they're an indie folk duo. Ooh, sounds like I don't need the earplugs just yet. Not too sure if I'm down for folk music. I think I'm gonna go find Trent. Whatever, Daryl. Sure. I'll come with you. I need to make some rounds anyhow. No, we don't get to hear any folk music? Oh, guys. Guys, I know Libra Zebra, right? I know Libra Zebra aren't important characters, but it's folk. It's folk music. I like folk music. I don't really listen to folk music that much. Only sometimes. I have to be in the mood for it. I like the idea of folk music, you know? I like the idea of folk music. But, again, I'm really picky about it. I'm really picky about folk music. I look to Moria. Will you be okay here by yourself? Oh, I'll be fine. I make friends fast, you know. True. I'll be back before Sands of Saturn go on. She waves to us both. See you in a bit. We exit out of the front door. In passing, I quickly mentioned to Chester I'll be back soon. He gave an approving nod. We wrap around the building and find Trent conversing with Cliff outside the backstage exit. Daryl's pace quickened upon finding the deer.
Dude!
I think the voices are like... The lion gave a tight squeeze that lifted Trent off the ground. Cliff looks on with admiring eyes.
You were so awesome!
Trent's a massive smile plastered on his face and was uncontrollably giggling. Daryl set him down. Is Daryl's like audio mixing off? Thank you, I'm glad you liked it. Dude, I loved it. I didn't know I could even feel feelings like that, especially when... Speech stops abruptly as his gaze is fixed on an approaching figure. Sup, Cliff. These are the aforementioned oil and water. These are the aforementioned oil and water. The capybara gave him an incredulous look. Hi? The bear looks over the Daryl. If looks could kill, because he would already be 6 feet under. Hey. What do you want? Easy, came to say hi to Cliff. Was I interrupting a moment with your new boyfriend or something? He's not my... Daryl took a sharp inhale through his nose and exhaled out his maw. You know what? I don't have time for you. You know what? Good job, Daryl. Good job, Daryl, for walking away. But also, I guess now I guess now he doesn't get to talk to Cliff, you know, which is he takes off, leaving us all in the dust. Daryl. Trent chases after him. Okay, so in this scene, Daryl goes to find Trent, who is talking to Cliff. So the three of them, and Eddy follows him, and the three of them start talking to each other. But then Skizzy shows up. So Daryl and Trent have the runoff now. And Eddy's here. We're left here now. Guys, we could be listening to indie folk right now, but instead we have to deal with Skizzy or whatever the hell. Baby. Cliff rolls his eyes. Come on, why are you trying to stir up drama on the show night? He wants attention. This is the most he's gotten out of Chronicles in years. He wants the attention. He's the dramatic one. I just asked him a question. It's a loaded question coming from you. He scoffs. Whatever, I'm not stirring up shit. The hooking up with Pat wasn't stirring up shit, right? What can I say? He wanted a closer look at my new piercings, and I wanted a closer look at his. Cliff pinches the bridge of his nose and shakes his head. Honestly, I don't have time for you either. Skizzy's worst boy. Skizzy has to have some sympathetic element, right? Like, he has to have some sympathetic element. It just seems like Skizzy sucks ass. I'm already stressed the fuck out, and I got to get ready for my set. So now we're alone with Skizzy. We could be listening to Libra Zebra right now. Cliff turns on his heel and re-enters the building through the backstage door. I'm left alone with the bear again. He gives me a cheeky grin. Hey. Hi. His expression grows vacant upon hearing my response. I'm making you nervous. Yes, so nervous that my jaw feels so shut. All I can do is silently nod. His expression flips. Perhaps the gravity of just how uncomfortable I am is sinking in. Oh. Sorry. His tone feels off, but at least there's an attempt to sound sincere. I just noticed the way you were looking at me earlier. I thought you'd be down to screw around, because I got ahead of myself. And look, I'm not trying to stir up drama, despite what Cliff and Daryl are saying. He chuckles. I'm just being a horny moron, I guess. So this guy, right? This guy. If we're using, right? If we're using Pat's analogy, that sucks ass. Pat's shitty analogy. Okay, so all seeds turn into trees, but wait, no. All trees come from seeds, but not every seed becomes a tree, right? So having bad thoughts doesn't mean you're going to perform bad actions. But I feel like Skizzy, he has the bad thoughts, and then he very quickly makes them into bad actions, right? Skizzy has the bad thoughts, and then he very quickly makes them into bad actions, it seems. Right? It seems like a lot of his seeds. It seems like a lot of Skizzy's seeds are turning into trees. Just being a horny moron, I guess. You said it, not me. Doesn't help you're cute as hell, though. Speaks with a low tone that makes my heart jump once again. Never have I felt such a unique combination of flattery and ick. That's how it goes, Eddy. That's how it goes. Treasure's got good taste. I can see why he keeps you around. This guy sucks. Anyways, I should get back to doing what he asked. Ciao. What's Skizzy's deal, man? He has to have some sympathetic quality, right? There has to be, like, some tragic backstory for Skizzy that explains why he's so Tyler, you know? There's got to be some tragic backstory for Skizzy that explains why he's so Tyler. He gives a sly wave before strolling over to the break room exit door. What on earth did you mean by that? What does Skizzy know about Chester that I don't? ... I can't just stand here all day and ponder. I should get back to the front of house. Sounds like Sands of Saturn should be on soon. Man, I can't believe we missed Libra Zebra. Libra Zebra probably sucks, let's be honest. I mean... Nah, they probably suck. Well, Eddy said they seemed nice. Eddy said they seemed nice. Folk music's weird. I like folk music. Okay, enough about the folk music. Enough about the folk music. I look around the building and enter back in through the front door. Chester hasn't moved from where I last saw him.
Hey, bud.
It doesn't take long for him to grow concerned.
Everything okay?
Yeah, fine. Sands of Saturn on next. Chester, this Skizzy guy sucks ass. Yep, the zebra's just wrapped up. Cool, I'll go find a spot to stand. I quickly take my leave. I don't want to give him any time to question my current emotional state. It doesn't take long to find friends.
So, she made the reservation for the wrong Monday.
She notices me and waves. Hey, I think you're just in time. Seems like it. You guys ready? So ready. Never heard April's other band play before. Should be interesting. Cliff has some interesting ideas about composition. He has some interesting ideas about composition, Trent. Cliff has some interesting ideas about composition. Cliff does? Right? If Trent's saying this, right? Whatever they're about to do, right? If Trent's telling us this now, whatever they're about to do is going to like induce a psychedelic episode, right? Because you went right. Good job, Trent. You did a great job. I'm curious to see what he's come up with.
Check. How's everyone doing?
Is it going to be a whole song? I never really thought about if there's like whole songs in this. The crowd cheers in response. My name's Cliff. Y'all know Dave. He gestures to the skunk. And April's on the drums. For Sands of Saturn, this is what we do. They readied themselves with their respective instruments. They kicked off their song with a gradual but captivating start. I'm hearing the eclectic genres that they pull inspiration from. It's a complex but cohesive soundscape. The song they're leading off with is taking me on quite the journey. There are so many twists and turns, keeping my attention absolutely transfixed. Is this... What does this remind me of? This is some Undertale fan song shit. This is kind of sick. Like, this would be a banger Vocaloid song. Ha. I'm left in awe at their talent, not just individually, but the way they're all synchronized is something to behold. From the looks and sounds of it, everyone on stage is playing at a high skill level. It's so impressive how easy to make it look. The non-traditional approach to the song's structure lends itself to create a bizarre but brilliant piece that's leaving me memorized. This is normally not the kind of music I listen to, but I have to admit I'm hooked. What kind of music does Eddy listen to? Wait, he listens to Dula Peep, right? He listens to Dula Peep? Right, some parts feel a little bit too, like, poppy for me, but then it gets this, like, really cool, like, electronic, like, alternative edge that I'm really into. Huh. That's pretty neat. I didn't like the, like, chorus, you know? There was, like, a chorus to it that I wasn't really into. Like, it was, like, I didn't like it, but it was just, like, fine. But then once you get, like, past that, like, chorus bit, once you get past that sort of, like, hook, the ba-na-na-na-na, ba-na-na-na-na, whatever that part was, once you get past that, the rest of it's pretty cool. Oh. But I have to admit, I'm hooked. It was great to finally see April drum. She doesn't keep her kid at our apartment, so I haven't witnessed her performing her craft yet. She's good, really good. Can't wait to see her do it again with Carcinogen. I have similar thoughts for Dave and Cliff. Their talent is something to behold. Attention reader, continue forward to end the song. Otherwise the song will stop playing once it's finished. I'm not the only one impressed. Everyone in the crowd is loving Sounds of Saturn. The set continued on like that. Each song was on par with the last. It was hard to peel my eyes away from them. Cliff and April get to work returning all of Dave's equipment backstage. Dave reassumes his position at center stage. He wipes sweat from his brow. It's been a workout.
Thank you very much, folks. This was our first big performance. Did y'all like it?
Another loud round of applause from the audience. I can see Cliff's face as he continues to work. Can't help but smile. Y'all are too kind. We have a little treat for you coming up next. Don't go nowhere. The crowd cheers again. Dave assists the other two in preparing the stage for Ballistic. Maria taps my shoulder. Hey, are we able to go see April? Sure, we can head backstage. I turn to the boys. You guys staying? Yeah, I'm gonna camp out here until it's showtime for Carcinogen. I'll stay here with Daryl then. Understood. I turn to Moria. Shall we? She nods. We leave out the front door. I wordlessly wave to Chester, who reciprocates with another approving nod. We find April and Cliff by the backstage exit door. They're chit-chatting with some of the other performers and their respective entourages. They're all congratulating the two. Moria couldn't contain her excitement. She pulled ahead of me, gunning straight for April. Fox practically leaps into her lover's arms.
April, that was so good.
April couldn't contain her giggles.
Thanks, babe. It was a lot of fun.
You're amazing too, Cliff. Aw, thanks. Did you like everything? I loved it. It was different, but it was so brilliant and beautiful. By the way, that composition was like a lot more coherent. Right, that composition was a lot more coherent than whatever the whatever the hell Trent wrote at 2 a.m. in the morning. Right. That composition was a lot more coherent than whatever Trent wrote at 2 a.m. in the morning. I liked both songs. I liked both songs a lot. I liked both songs a lot. I don't. What genre was that again? What did they call that genre? Oh, wait. Isn't that the one I said? Isn't that the one I said sounded like hell? Isn't that the one he was like? It's like, oh, it's a jazzy EDM. That wasn't jazzy, right? That wasn't really jazzy. I heard the EDM. Right. He says like jazzy EDM. That's not really how I describe that. But I don't know how else you would describe it. The way I described it was like, okay, it was like, it was like Vocaloid music, you know? It was like Undertale fan song, like Vocaloid type music, but with like a pop chorus, you know? With a bit of a more traditional like pop chorus. And I guess intro. I loved it. It was very different, but it was so brilliant and beautiful. Agreed. Y'all flatter me, haha. Hey, quick question. Was Pat with you? Nope, haven't seen him all day. Diana looks to me with a concerned expression. Have you seen him? Not for a bit. He wasn't in the crowd at all? Don't think so. That's alarming. What's Pat's deal? What's to do with Pat now? What could Pat possibly be doing? Right, he had a kerfuffle earlier. Right, he had a kerfuffle earlier. Now what could he possibly be doing? Alarming? Yeah, we're on next. He's always backstage and ready to go by now. You wouldn't catch him dead being late to a gig. My mind immediately thinks the worst. I'm holding out all hope that he's not that stupid. I'll go check around. April gives me a nod, and I take off with haste. Make a beeline straight for the pre-crew exit door. I walk in to find Skizzy sitting at the table, eating a chopped salad from her afternoon delivery. He glances up at me, then returns his attention to his meal. I internally breathe a sigh of relief when I see that there aren't any more shenanigans going on.
Hey, looking for Pat?
Yeah, actually, where is he? Last I saw, he was moping in his car. Aw. Why is he moping? He shrugs. I don't know, everyone's being a freaking drama queen today. Almost makes the $100 not worth it. Ah. Well, Christian's on soon, so I'll go check on him. Have fun. I turn to open the door, but there's something keeping my feet glued to the ground. I slowly turn on my heel to face the bear. What did you mean when you said Chester had good taste? He offers a slight chuckle. What do you think I meant? I don't know, that's why I'm asking. He turns his attention away from his lunch and gives me eye contact. You've seen his husband? He has a thing for big boys. Okay, but shouldn't he only have a thing for his husband, though? I don't know, I'm not their marriage counselor. All I know is that he likes keeping boys like you around for some reason. What Skizzy's saying has no greater implications. And to be honest, that's all I'm going to say about it. He's a good guy, and he's giving me $100 to sit on my ass. So I'm not about the gossip anymore than I already have. I let out a dejected sigh. All that did was create more questions. Thanks, I guess. Gives me a silent salute gesture as I turn and make my exit. Without delay, I march over to where Pat had parked his car. Sure enough, he's sitting in the driver's seat, staring at his phone. What's on his phone? I tap on his... does he not know he has a show? I tap on the passenger side door. He's startled, but regains his composure once he sees that it's me. He leans over and opens the passenger door, inviting me inside. I take a seat and close the door. The Eddy and Pat. the Eddy gets... The Eddy sits in Pat's parked car scene. Hey, you know you're on soon, right? He silently nods. He buries his face in his paws.
Skizzy told me what happened.
He looks me in the eye.
I'm so sorry. That must have made you so uncomfortable.
His voice cracked several times as he spoke. He's on the verge of tears. There's way too much going on today. Eddy has to deal with so much shit, dude. Right? It must be so stressful being a visual novel protagonist. He has to deal with so much shit. Right? Right? Any flack I've ever given Eddy, I take it back. Because this fucker's life is so exhausting. He has to deal with so much. Eddy has to deal with so much. His voice cracked several times as he spoke. He's on the verge of tears.
I fucked everything up so badly.
Sure, Pat. Sure, whatever. He started to weep after making that confession. Part of me wants to lay into him and say, yes, you did fuck up badly. But I also know how unproductive that would be. He's clearly feeling guilty. That would only make things worse. Would you be okay if I put my paw on your shoulder? He silently nods. I act accordingly and do my best to comfort him. So I take it that Daryl and Skizzy are exes, right? Oh, they are? Yeah, it was a really messy breakup, and to be honest with you, I don't want to bring up the details. It's just too sad. What is happening? Why is Skizzy here? Guys, we need a cleric, right? We need a wizard. We need the wizard to cast banishment on Skizzy. He's... Who decided to let Skizzy come here? Skizzy should have never been here. Was Skizzy Chester's idea? Was letting Skizzy be here Chester's idea? Was letting Skizzy be here Chester's idea? I don't know, guys. I don't know. And apparently whatever was going on between Daryl and Skizzy is too impossibly sad to even utter anything about. So what the fuck is that? What the fuck's going on there? You know, he sniffles, doing his best to stifle the tears. So why did you do what you did? Because I'm stupid. I let my dick did all the thinking. Guys, he the bad thoughts, Pat, right? Right? I thought you used to do bad things, right? I thought you used to do bad things, Pat, but now you have the bad thoughts all under control, right? I thought you went to therapy, Pat, right? I thought you had it all buttoned up, Pat. I thought you went to therapy, right? I thought you didn't perform bad actions anymore, Pat. Because I'm stupid. I let my dick do all the thinking. Seeing him again just gave me a craving, I guess. Why is it always visual novel characters? Like, going crazy, right? Going crazy, being obsessive over the most, like, fucking lame-ass guys, you know? Right? It's the fucking most lame-ass dude ever, and they go fucking feral over them. What's up with visual novel characters doing that? Skizzy and I hooked up for years. We stopped after he and Daryl got serious. I actually introduced them after Daryl came out a couple years ago. Big fucking mistake in hindsight. Aw. You didn't want to take a shot with Daryl? He looks cute, though. Pat looks cute. Pat looks cute. He looks cute crying. That's a weird thing to say. That's a weird thing to say, but he looks cute crying, right? Right. The tear, the single thing, his fucking dorky-ass glasses, right? His fucking punk get-up. He's a cutie. Pat's a cutie. You didn't want to take a shot with Daryl? Nah, I've known him and Vin for so long. They're both like brothers to me. It just feels wrong, you know? Like, some people are allowed to just be your friends, okay? Some people are just allowed to be friends, right? You don't have to fuck... right, you don't have to fuck every guy possible. After they split, shit hit the fan. Rumors got spread, feelings got hurt. Daryl went ballistic. And we kicked him out of the band. Wait, Daryl got kicked out of the band because of his fallout with Skizzy? Weird. Oh. Yeah, that fucked him up big time. After things cooled down and we let him back in, he kept saying how depressed he was without the band and how happy he was to come back. And how happy he was that we were still friends. And I threw it all away for a stupid blowjob. Pat, like, I don't know, Pat. Like, a few days ago at Panthera Bread, I thought you had it all figured out, right? I thought you were like this, like, moral authority, Pat. But now you're like, right? Now you're fucking, like, unraveling in front of me because you got some head. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, Pat. Right? Maybe you should listen to Eddy more, I guess, right? Maybe you shouldn't have bad thoughts, right? Because apparently they do lead to bad actions, right? Right, you're having a breakdown in the middle of your car. Like, Pat, come on. Button up. Button up, Pat. You got a fucking show to do. You got a whole show to do, Pat. Maybe he can channel his negative emotions into his performance. Maybe he can channel his negative emotions into his performance. I don't know. And he was doing his best to stifle his sobs, but ultimately failed. I didn't know how to respond. Sounds like a dire situation for him. I just continued to give him comforting rubs on his shoulder and back. I'm not proud of what I'm about to say, but I think it's the only thing that can make him feel better right now. Look, what he doesn't know won't hurt him, right? It's not the point. I know, what's done is done, but right now, all you can do is mitigate the damage. If he never finds out, it'll be like it never happened. You know what, maybe Pat... I don't know. Maybe Pat shouldn't listen to Eddy. Okay, not that what Eddy's saying is wrong. Not that Eddy's take is bad, but like... Not that Eddy's take is bad, but like... right? Eddy likes lying. He likes lying a lot. Right? He seems to only lie when it's necessary, but like... He likes lying and telling half-truths a lot. Like, he does it... He's been doing it for a while, and, like, eventually it's gonna catch up with him. Right. Eventually it's gonna catch up with him. It has to at some point. Right? All these lying and half-truths have to catch up with Eddy at some point. So, like... I don't know. The words slid out of my mouth like a putrid slime, but what else can I say? It's a secret I'm willing to keep. After all, it's really not any of my business. Weird. Truth be told, it's not really Daryl's business either. Okay, that's what I was about to say, but like... That's what I was about to say, but like... He looks at me incredulously. Dude, that's his ex. Who gives a shit? And is it Daryl's business who's he has sex with? No? Is it his business to know who you have sex with? He paused for a moment. No. But like... Also, you can't pretend that there's not like... You also can't pretend that there's not like emotional like baggage there, right? Right? You can't just pretend that there's not emotional baggage there though. Like that's still... Like it is kind of fucked, right? Like Pat's being weird, but Eddy's also being a little bit weird about it. Then what's the issue? There's a long drawn out pause as he contemplated. Look, I see what you're getting at, but none of that changes the fact that I'll go berserk if he ever finds out. So just make sure he doesn't find out. These guys suck. Pat and Eddy are the worst dynamic. These guys suck ass. If it's not his business, you don't need to tell him anything. Is it really lying if you're just admitting the truth? Oh, jeez, Eddy. You know what? Earlier I said I took back any flack I gave against Eddy. I changed my mind. Eddy's a fucked up little bitch. Right? He's not that much of a fucked up little bitch. He's a bit of a fucked up little bitch. Is he really lying if you're just omitting the truth? He takes a deep breath and exhales with an aggravated groan. I hate this. I'm gonna tell him I'd have to do it right now. But I just can't. There's no way I can tell him tonight. No way. I guess that settles it. He looks me in the eye again. Sorry for dragging you into all this shit. It's fine. All I'm concerned about is doing my job. Are you, Eddy? Are you? What would I do in Eddy's situation? Pat, button the fuck up. You've got a fucking show to perform. You got a show to perform, buddy. I know you're like crying. I know you're upset. I know lots happened or whatever, but you've got to go fucking play in your fucking band, Pat. Button up, Pat. Button up, buddy. Suck it up. SIU. SIU. It's fine. All I'm concerned about is doing my job. And my job is to help the show run smoothly, and you're on stage soon. Businessman Eddy. Right. Giga Chad Eddy. He is... Eddy's kind of buttoning up now, right? He's kind of locking in. Yeah. He takes some deep breaths. He regains control of his breathing. You're right. Can't mope here all night. The day I'm late for a show is the day I fucking die. Pulls a napkin out from the center console and wipes away any fluid left on his face. Something about napkins and center consoles. He takes a sharp breath and exits the car. I follow suit. Hey, random question. He perks his ears. Would a hug help you feel better? He nods, only make a couple of steps towards him, but he closes the gap quickly, nearly leaping into me. He tucks his head atop my shoulder and squeezes me tight as I wrap my arms around him. He takes a deep breath as he continues to squeeze. After a few seconds, he lets go. Thanks. He smiles. You're cozy. Can't help but to giggle. Thanks, I guess. Almost as cozy as Dave. Good enough for me. Alright, time to melt faces. You'll be in the crowd? Yep, you'll see me. Can't miss a fat fox in the neon green shirt. You're too handsome to miss. He gives me a wink, happy to see he's back to his normal self. Have fun. We part ways. There's a pep in his step as he swiftly walks towards the stage's back door. I elect to take the long way around. Gonna take it for a long way around.